What's going on YouTube? It's Jesse coming back to you with another video, and in this video I want to talk about subject lines specifically for the emails that you write for yourself or your clients. Before we dive in, if you're not already part of our free Facebook group, definitely would recommend you go get inside. We have training calls that we do, free training calls that you can be a part of and learn a lot of new things that you probably don't know already, as well as join our community and learn from other people that want the same thing as you do. Also, if you're looking for a hand-holding solution, you want to skip through all the free stuff and just go straight to the systems that I and my students are currently using, then book a free call below. Either me or one of my team members will chat with you and see if Hybrid Freelance Machine is even a good fit for you, because the last thing I want to do is enroll anyone into my program if it's not a good fit for you. So that's what the call is for, to distinguish that, see if it is. But here's how to write badass subject lines that get opened. And there's two main things I want to go into in this video on how to know if your email subject line is going to kill it or not. Now, there's no way of knowing 100% it's going to kill it, right? There's always weird variables in marketing. But number one is, and you can't go wrong with this, is curiosity. If you tell the person in the subject line exactly what the whole email is going to tell them already, they're probably just going to read the subject line and they're not going to want to click on it. Usually if you just tell them a fact in the subject line, they're not going to want to click on it. You have to have some sort of curiosity to make them want to open it. Like, let's say, for example, I was emailing my own list. Here's how to get your first email copywriting client. See, here's how. It's showing them, hey, the information's in the email, you better click it. Versus if I said, to get your first email copywriting client, you cold email. That probably is going to have a less open rate than saying, here's how to do it. That's just one of countless millions of variations that you can do to instill curiosity into your subject line. And number two is, you're going to want to talk about in these emails that you write for clients what the list actually wants to hear about versus what you could talk about. There are countless things that you can talk about on behalf of your client when you're writing for their list, but there's only a handful of topics that their list actually wants to read about. And you want to kind of stick around those topics. Let's take, for example, weight loss, right? Let's say you were writing for a weight loss coach. I tend to steer into the coaching course space, that's just because I'm familiar with. You can do this for any niche though. But if you were to sit down at the computer and you're going to write an email for a weight loss coach, you're probably going to do a lot better writing a subject line, or, because I usually, when I write a subject line, the subject line is literally what I'm going to write for the email. So whatever I pick for the subject line, that designates what I'm going to write for the entire email. So the subject line is a great spot to kind of get your thoughts, overall thoughts on what you want to write about. So if I know it's a weight loss coach, let's say I was writing for a weight loss coach, I would want to stick around the topics of losing weight and looking way better to either feel better or attract people to me, right? Whether it's romantically or just being better looking. Those are the topics that weight loss people, weight loss potential clients want to hear about. They want to hear about the benefits that benefit them. They don't necessarily want to hear about the coach's new dog they bought. Now, you can write about that. That's part of building a brand for that coach, but you're going to have higher open rates for emails where you talk about the exact pain points that person's trying to solve and the benefits they're going to get once they solve it. So to recap, the two main things are going to be curiosity. You want to instill some sort of curiosity. Now, there also is a third one, which I'll bring up right now in this video. It's not a huge one, but it is, case studies and showing the list what your client has already done. People open case study emails way more than average emails. But I'm talking about, you don't always have access to case studies, right? Case studies don't come around that often. So the two main things you should incorporate in your emails are curiosity, making it so that the statement that they read from you isn't quite the full picture and they kind of got to open the email to figure the rest out. Doesn't matter if you've already talked about this topic a gazillion times. The people that you're targeting want to hear about the same thing every day. They do. They want to keep hearing from you how you solve their problem, because eventually it takes quite a few touches to make someone a customer for your client. That's what you're following up. That's what you do as an email copywriter. You're following up for your client. You're writing the emails that will follow up with their leads and convert them. And then number two is trying to hit the topics that really interest the prospect. What do they really want at the end of the day? That's what you want to target. If you go too far away from those topics, you tend to decrease open rate because they're just not straight up interested. I'll give you a quick example. Like for my email list, Most people want to learn how to do email copywriting. I'd say the vast majority of people that want to learn how to write for clients, where you're getting paid anywhere from $1,500 to $5K per month as a retainer to write the daily broadcast emails or any emails for that client. Then there's a smaller segment of people that want to learn how to be a closer. And then there's also another group of people that want to be setters. So when I write an email specifically about inbound closing, let's say, I'm not going to get as much of an open rate because it's not as interesting to my list. Does that mean I don't write about inbound closing? Hell no. That's a big topic of my program and what my brand is, but I'm just not going to see as high of an open rate. You can use these tips right now with your current clients. Just go to your client. Okay, you're a dating coach, let's say. Okay, what would instill curiosity? Well, maybe they have a system. Here's the exact system to do this, blah, 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 blah. Person's going to open it because they want to see the system. Curiosity. The second thing is, I guess that would be the same thing. It would be a big pain point already. The exact system would be a pain point of what they're trying to learn. They're trying to learn how to attract love into their life. So that would be a great subject line. Anyway, hope you found some value in this video. Make sure to, again, book a free call below if you'd like to discuss potentially enrolling into Hybrid Freelance Machine. Get into the free Facebook group. Would love to have you inside and meet you and have you become part of our community. And then also make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my future videos. Peace.